Betrayal cuts deeper than any blade forged by man. Its wounds are not seen by the naked eye, but felt in the silence of sleepless nights, in the coldness that settles in the heart, and in the moment you realize someone you loved never valued you the way you thought they did. These are not wounds that time simply heals. They are wounds that transform you. They teach you the harshest truths about human nature. They strip away illusion and force you to see people for who they really are, not who you hope they'd be. In the world of Stoic philosophy, where discipline, virtue, and inner clarity are the cornerstones of life, betrayal is not taken lightly. We are taught to rise above petty emotions, to let go of what we cannot control, and to master ourselves in the face of adversity. But even the Stoics understood some actions are not simply wrong, they are unforgivable, not because we're vengeful, not because we lack compassion, but because true betrayal is a violation of sacred trust, a dismantling of the very structure that holds meaningful relationships together. Honesty, loyalty, respect. When someone you've welcomed into your inner world, someone you've confided and supported, believed in, turns around and deliberately harms you, the damage ripples far beyond the moment. It corrodes your ability to trust, dims your view of intimacy, and can even make you question your own worth. These betrayals aren't just painful, they're defining. Forgiveness may be a virtue, yes, but not when it demands that you betray yourself in the process. Not when it allows the person who hurt you to escape accountability under the mask of second chances. Stoicism is not passive. It does not call for you to endure abuse or pretend pain doesn't exist. It calls for clarity, acceptance, and sometimes decisive detachment. Some betrayals do not require conversation. They require silence. They require distance. They require a final goodbye with no explanation given, because the moment they chose to violate your trust, they ended the conversation themselves. So today, we confront the truth. We expose the three most destructive forms of betrayal in relationships. These are not minor offenses. These are not forgivable lapses in judgment. They are calculated choices that show complete disregard for your heart, your loyalty, and your dignity. If you're serious about emotional strength, if you're committed to building a life of peace, power, and personal integrity, then this message is not optional. It's essential, but before we begin, pause, take a moment to support the mission. Like this video, share your story in the comments, and subscribe to Beyond Vision Mindset, where we teach not just how to survive betrayal, but how to rise above. It's stronger, wiser, and untouchable. This isn't just a video. This is your awakening. Let's begin. Disloyalty. The ultimate violation of trust. Loyalty isn't just a noble trait. It's the backbone of every meaningful relationship. Without it, trust collapses, and connection becomes an illusion. When someone is disloyal, be it a friend who gossips, a partner who cheats, or a family member who chooses selfish gain over truth, they aren't making a mistake. They're making a decision, a choice that reflects their true character. The Stoics believed in accepting human nature, but never tolerating what violates our peace. Marcus Aurelius said, "The best revenge is to be unlike your enemy." You don't need to react with anger, just clarity. The moment disloyalty is revealed, your duty is simple: let go. Disloyal people often return with apologies, excuses, or attempts to gaslight you into questioning your response. But remember, repeated disloyalty isn't an accident. It's a pattern, and patterns don't break unless you do. By tolerating betrayal, you teach others that your loyalty comes cheap. The strongest move is to walk away without hesitation and without bitterness. As Seneca advised, associate with those who will make a better man of you. If someone has shown you they cannot be loyal, they have no place in your life. Deception, the poison that destroys relationships. Lies aren't harmless, they're corrosive. Deception doesn't just distort facts, it manipulates your reality. It makes you doubt your own judgment. And once that foundation is cracked, the relationship begins to rot from within. A lie is never just one lie. It's a signal, a glimpse, into someone's core values. When someone chooses deceit, they are choosing control over connection, self-interest over honesty. Stoicism teaches that peace comes from truth. A relationship without truth is chaos in disguise. Seneca warned that a dishonest man spreads falsehoods, first to others, then to himself. The liar becomes trapped in their own illusion, but that doesn't mean you should be trapped with them. You can't fix a liar. You can't pull truth from someone who thrives in deception. What you can do is remove yourself. People may say, everyone lies. That small lies don't matter. But to a Stoic, moral compromise is the first step toward spiritual decay. Deception isn't just about dishonesty, it's about control. And no one who lies to control you deserves access to your peace. Let go, not because they deserve it, but because you do. Broken trust, the irreparable damage that ends all bonds. Trust is sacred. Once shattered, it rarely, if ever, returns to its original form. When someone breaks your trust, they don't just fail you, they fracture the bond that held the relationship together. You shared your secrets, your heart, your inner world, and they used that access to harm you. Stoicism doesn't encourage naive optimism. It teaches acceptance. And part of that acceptance is recognizing that some damage cannot be undone. People often believe that with time, apologies, or effort, trust can be fully restored. But in truth, it never returns to what it was. As Marcus Aurelius reminds us, do not dwell on what they've done. Focus on what you can do now. And what you must do is protect yourself. Would you drink from a poison well simply because someone swore it was clean now? Would you rebuild on a foundation that already crumbled? The person who betrayed your trust made a clear choice, and choices have consequences. You may care for them, you may even miss them, but trust once broken turns love into burden and connection into uncertainty. Forgiving them might feel virtuous, but sometimes it's just another way of betraying yourself. Seneca said, "He who spares the guilty punishes the innocent." Don't let the betrayer remain in your life while your inner peace pays the price. In the Stoic life, protecting your peace is not selfish. It's necessary. Disloyalty, deception, and broken trust are not just personal offenses, they are spiritual violations. And if you're to grow into a stronger, wiser, more resilient version of yourself, you must walk away from those who prove unworthy of your presence. Let go, not with anger, but with wisdom. Detach, not to hurt them, but to heal yourself. And never forget, the highest form of self-respect is knowing when enough is enough.